A gunman opens fire at a Sunday church service, but he must have forgotten he was in Texas. It's time for Final Thoughts. Yesterday morning, a monster opened fire on churchgoers in White Settlement, Texas, just outside of Fort Worth. He shot and killed 2 people before heroic gun-toting church parishioners stepped up and took him down.
I would like to point out that we have a couple of heroic parishioners who saved countless lives, and our hearts are going out to them and their families as well.
Today, evil walked boldly among us. But let me remind you, good people raised up and stopped it before it got worse.
That gunman walked into that church to destroy innocent lives, but he was quickly reminded, you don't mess with Texas and you don't mess with the Second Amendment. The church service was live streamed on the church YouTube page, but has since been taken down, though the footage is still surfacing on social media. Now, the details surrounding the shooter, the motive, and the tragedy will continue to emerge in the coming days, but what we do know is this. Good guys armed with guns and their Second Amendment rights stood up, stepped up, and stopped tragedy before it could get much, much worse. At least 5 people in that church were armed and ready when the unthinkable happened. They were able to respond in seconds and save lives. Listen, I love and respect our police officers, but they aren't superhuman. They can't be everywhere at once. Seconds matters, and that's why the Second Amendment matters. But if you'll recall, former presidential candidate and Texas resident Beto O'Rourke, along with nearly every other Democrat in the race for president, seem to think impeding on the rights of law-abiding Americans is the way to stop tragedy and violence. Well, I asked those anti-gun rights candidates this. What would have happened at that Texas church yesterday morning if those good guys with guns weren't able to exercise their Second Amendment rights? How many more people would have died in that church? How many more families would have to ring in the new year without their loved ones? You will never stop evil people by infringing on the rights of good people, ever. Someone who is in the mindset to take a shotgun into a church and open fire on innocent people as they worship the Lord doesn't care about decency, human life, the laws on the books, let alone the gun laws Democrats and anti-gun advocates want to pass.